Oh, hello everybody. MFS here. Sorry, didn't know the camera just started recording. Anyway, so as you can see from the thumbnail and title, I have a massive Wooden Railway haul for you. Not like my last one, which just had like I don't know 6 to 7 things. I actually think that's exactly how much stuff I got. But it's actually a big haul. Just recently, I bought from the same place I got my last haul, and also I went to a train show. So the stuff that I found and bought, I'm actually really excited for. So let's start with the first one. Sorry, the bag was crinkling again. Just move this right here. As you can tell, same bag. So, let me get my knife. So I didn't pre-prepare for this. I forgot about the hole. So, here we go. Okay, if you're under 10 years old, actually if you're under 12 years old, be careful with these knives. Have parent supervision. Just want to let you know. Anyway, so I'm gonna do the unwrapping of the bubble wrap off the camera, so that way the engine can be a surprise again. This is actually there we go. This is actually kind of hard for me. I'm so sorry. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, fun fact, I waited actually a few days to open this stuff up. It took a lot of me, but I did it, so. Sorry, let me just get that up. All the stuff that I got in these hauls is stuff that I've been looking for ages. I'm saying years. Oh my gosh, I see him. Wow, they packaged this really well. So we'll start with the smallest one to the biggest one that I got in this haul. Oh my gosh. All this stuff is in a... Wow, this is in actually incredible condition. As you can see, I set up a little layout, so that way we can, I set up a little layout so that way I can, you know, run the trains around. Oh my gosh, this is almost mint. Oh my, wow. So, we have Molly. Molly and her tender. Oh. You won't believe how long I've actually been looking for Molly. The magnets are freaking so clean. Oh, hi. This. Wow. I don't see any damage on her. Like, compared to, like, Percy from the last video. This is incredible condition. I was actually expecting Molly to be in, like, Percy condition, but no. This is incredible. I never liked the Windwire Molly face, but I can live with it. Like, let's get a closer view. So, we have the 4 big wheels that are exclusive to Molly. I mean, Emily had these wheels, but only 2 of them. And then the bogey wheel in front, that face is in perfect condition. And then we have the decal. The decals are so clean. Like, there's that little dent right there. That's the only thing I can actually see that's damaged on her. There's a boiler lining and the gold handrails. And there's Molly right there. So we've done enough of the. Well, there goes the condition for just dropping that in there. So, we have whatever these things are called. Let me know in the comments below. We have the coal load. Wow. And then we have the decals, the paint, the handrail. I'm not good. I'm no train boy. I'm no Isaac's workshop. Great review, by the way, Isaac. And Molly's tender. There's not much else to say right here. It's just a tender. But anyway, I finally got Molly. Look at that. So that's like a small character. I know she was just made for merchandise, but personally I like Molly, and in a future video you'll see what I'm gonna do with her, with another engine in this bag. Anyway, so it's just, you know what, let's just keep her on screen. I'm just gonna put her right there. Anyway, so next one. Let's go. Why is the... Okay, so this one is a little bit confusing, but I'm happy I own him now. It's Spencer, but why is he kind of blue? Like this, every Spencer blue, and I just never realized it. Look at that face. That's perfect. No chips on that. I'm actually surprised. Spencer, and then Spencer's tender. We've all seen Spencer before, but the only thing that's confusing me is why is a blue Sharpie, green Sharpie on this? I can probably find a way to get those off, but dang, this is actually in really good condition. Like, it's not Molly's condition where it's almost mint besides one dent. Like, this has a few little chips here and there, and then some Sharpie, but I've never owned a Spencer, and I've spent way longer than I would like to admit, but to find this guy. So finding him with the magnets this clean. Oh, hello. And this name, like, we've all seen Spencer, and people have done many Spencer reviews before, so I don't really have much to say here that everyone else hasn't done or already said better, but I'm just so happy to have him. You'll be seeing both of these characters in a lot of videos in the future. So the next one, you know what, actually, let's save the best for last. So, I'll be right back. I have to get an engine for these two to work. There you go. So I've had Thomas for a while. It's not a learning curve one, but this is the only Thomas besides the wood one that I have, so real quick. What is Thomas without his two faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabelle? And before we get to the faces, look at the sides. Like, look at this. I've never owned an... Okay, that's a lie. I have owned the Thomas Wood ones that you've seen before on videos. But I bought these because, well, I mean, Annie and Clarabelle that isn't the Thomas Wood one is better. But these ones are specifically the better ones. Like, you might say the 2004 ones with the actual, like, colored in faces are the best. No, I actually like the 1992 to 2002 ones. Like, look at this. I actually have an Annie now, and Clarabelle, so let's get Thomas right. Oh, look at that. So then Clarabelle, whatever you say about Annie, you say about Clarabelle, besides the face. Like, look at that. And then, I mean, the backs I wish had the windows, but I honestly I can live with it. The magnets are actually really clean. Like, they're not super clean and shiny like these two, like Spencer's and Molly's was, but this, like, these were only a few dollars, like $1 and $6 to be exact, but owning them now with the Thomas is so good. Like, I finally have an Annie and Clarabelle that I can be proud of. So then, everything in this was like I was super excited for, and I'd always wanted to have. But then this next one was like the main thing that got me excited for this haul. My favorite engine, not my favorite like group of engines, my favorite engine period from the TV series, RWS, and anything that I can say I finally own. It's James. I'm actually super surprised in how good condition he's in. Like, oh my god. If I continue up with that, he's not going to survive that long anyway. So here's James's tender. Fun fact, I actually used to own just James's tender back then, but it was not in this good condition. Look at this. James, I don't see any bad. Look at how shiny that magnet is. Look at the coal. There's nothing. There's no Sharpie. there's no, I mean, there's no black smudge right there, but I can probably get that off easily. This James is tender. Now let's look at James. The handle, there's no dents. Like, when I bought this, I was expecting like a few dents here and there, kind of like Percy or Spencer, but no. This is incredible. This is the 2003 James, if you didn't know. Here's the face to prove. Wow, that is holy. So I got Henry, Gordon, and Percy and Toby from the main cast in my last haul, but James in the best condition out of all of them. The magnets are superb. The faces not even has one scratch on it. The gold boiler bands, the gold dome, that's a little bit too far back for my liking, but I'm not going to touch this guy and modify him at all. The lining, this is the best James. Like, I'm not gonna bring it. You all know how he looks. The 2022 redesigned James. He's not the best. Like, I could live with him if I didn't see this guy. I could live with him, but he's kind of small. But oh my gosh, I actually have a James now. All you need is an Edward to finish off my collection. Oh, I mean, a 2003 Thomas would be nice, but I can actually live. Not like I can tolerate this Thomas like the James, but I can live with this Thomas. But this James is so nice. Like, I saw Isaac's James and look like Isaac. If you could like make a video reviewing your James, I'd like to see, since I haven't actually seen your James. Besides, I think your Root Beer battle from that one station sketch video that you did, but I don't even remember how that looks. So, oh my gosh, this is incredible. I can't believe I have a James now. Look at this. Look at this. My favorite engine, and he's in the best condition out of all my learning curves. I mean, he even beat Jack and Henry from my last one. Molly and James are in superb condition. Like, Annie and Clubber had a few dents here and there, more than Spencer, which just had Sharpie, but dang, like, you can see this guy in a lot of videos. Edward might be shoved off to the side in my videos, not because I hate Edward, it's more because, well, I'm gonna have the 2022 redesigned tower over this one, since I'm gonna be using this one in almost every video, you can bet that. But okay, so real quick, I want to ask if anyone could just keep a lookout for a 2003 redesigned Edward, or even a 1990. I'll just take any Edward, honestly. Like, that's not on eBay or that's not on Facebook Marketplace. If you can let me know if you find anywhere else to buy a 2003 Edward or anything, or any Edward, Winwell Edward that isn't the wood one or the 2022 redesign, then that would be greatly appreciated. You don't have to. I'm just honestly asking. Help wanted. Anyway, let's get on to the bag from the train show. I'm sorry. I'm actually just. So let me just put these guys to the side real quick. The king needs to be on top. I'm sorry. I'm sorry everyone else, but he needs to be up. Yeah, anyway. So this whole bag has stuff that I've been looking for ages. And then also has my favorite group of engines, like my favorite railway outside of Coldfell, in this bag. This is my favorite engine, period, but my favorite group of engines and railway outside of Coldfell help one tip of Coldy as well. But so let's see. Okay, this is not the railway I was talking about, but I'll gladly do this. So here's Mike. I bet you thought it was James for a second, but no, here's Mike. And before any of you think that he's gonna be in future videos, he's not. I'm not gonna lie. Like, most stuff that I buy is like most of the stuff that I want personally I buy for like the channel as well. But this is the first one that I can actually say I just bought for my personal wants because, well, my favorite Enterprising Engine 93 character, I mentioned him in my last video when when I got my Gordon, and how that Gordon reminded me of On Schedule, an episode from him. Because, like, Mike is just hilarious in that series. I think all of you can agree if you watched Enterprising Engine 93. So when I saw this guy, even though not in the best condition I've ever seen Mike, I had to buy it. I had to. Let's get this little piece of tape off right there. Oh gosh. This is gonna be tricky. Okay. I've never opened actually any of these up, surprisingly. Yeah. So put that back to the side right there. So look, let's start with, hold up. I'm just gonna put him down for now, since I just remembered, for some reason, this guy has like a distinct smell. And I just remembered about the whole 2007 lead paint recall. This wasn't in the lead paint recall, but I'm not gonna take my chances. So we have Mike right there with his face right there. The magnets are in immaculate condition. I'm sorry, I just got it. You know what? I hear real quick. So here we have Mike. He has a little chip right there and a little chip on top. And then we have the gold yellow dome, sorry. Mike's name board right there. The blue decals right there. His face is a little scuffed up, but honestly I'll take it. There's that right there, and then... And the tender has a few marks here and there, but honestly I'm really happy that I finally got to own these. I'm sorry it was brief, but I'm not taking any chances on the lead paint recall anyway. So, just put this guy over there. Anyway, next one. Let's see. Oh, well, here we go. Another wet engine, which wasn't a lead paint recall, but I'll just actually, I feel fine with this since these were recalled, so let's just open this guy up now. I finally have a Scallowy. We have Scallowy, the number one right there, the name board. The face is perfect, in perfect condition. Most Scallowys I see out in the wild where I live have all the eyebrows just gone, but this one doesn't. Then there's a little black smudge right there, but I can live with that. The number one, a little dent like that, but... Give me a second. Where'd the name go? There's no name? Is that factory hour? Or... That's a first, anyway. So, nothing much else to say, but I've been looking for the narrow gauge engines forever. Because they're my favorite railway. Outside of Coldie Fell, but, and Scalo is my, all the narrow gauge engines as a group are my second favorite, and second to eighth favorite engines, because they're just so fun. Anyway, so then we have Mike, and then we have Scallowy. Hey, we have 3 wet engines right here. Number 1, number 2, number... Let me get this like that. Anyway, next one. Oh, this one's a good one. Oh, this one has the tape on. So, Buddy. Not anybody, the 1992 to 2002 Buddy, before the redesign. Okay, open that. Got that. Here he is. I know he's not in the best condition, like he has all these like dents right here on the side, the thing right there, and like this, but there were other buddies at the train show, but they all were the 2003 one, and if anyone knows, they are the worst. Because I saw this guy, and I knew that this one was the one to go because of how good the face is. And it also has passengers inside. I know people, this is gonna spark a lot of controversy. I just wanted this buddy for the face, okay? Next one. This one is in the best condition out of all of these. It costed way more than anything else that I bought on here, but honestly, it was worth it. When I saw this, I was like, let's go. The breakdown crane. Let's open this guy up. I can't explain from the outside how happy I am to own this guy. I have to see him in the inside. I mean, in person. Here it is. Here's the crane going up and down, like we can get. If Scott Ellery just like, I'm dead, we can get up on here, and then down right here. Like, I own this guy now. Like, here's the magnet to like pick up the engines. Here's the breakdown crane. Does it swivel? Hold up. It swivels. Let's go. And then there's some dust on this, but look at this condition. Like, I don't see any chips on this. But here's the magnet. Hold up. Okay, just need to get that fixed. And then here we have. Sorry, didn't get a close-up view on this. The breakdown chain. I thought it was crane. Anyway. Anyway, this magnet is strong. Anyway, I own one of these now, and I think I did not even think of this. I bought a James and a breakdown crane. I'm getting how I bought Pesty, I'm getting the vibes of how I bought Pesty and Held from the last video, and I didn't even realize I could do the major episode with those two together. I just bought them out of instinct. And then we have the flatbed, which is not really special. Like, there's a few scuffs here and there, and then this is where this crane magnet goes, so that way you aren't forever having to stick to everything. But yeah, it's a breakdown crane. What else is that to say? But I'm so happy that I own this guy. This is one of the only pieces of rolling stock outside of any Clavel I got. Anyway, those were the ones in the bags. These next ones are the ones I got in these actually cool plastic containers. So let's see. No, I want to save that guy for later. No. Oh, here he is. Talent's Attractor. Yes, this guy was $5. You see, this is actually really cool. Anyway, so let's open this guy up. Okay. Here he is.
From relieving roughness to soothing skin, there's the floor, and there's Aquaphor.
Anyway, let's put this over here. So here he is, Talent's Attractor. He's not in the best condition. Like, give me a second. Yeah, he's not in the best condition. He's just... This was the only Terrence there, and I've been looking for a Terrence for a while, so I took him. Not took him. I bought him. I'm sorry. I translated. Didn't mean that. Anyway, so we have... He's scuffed right there, but then I bought this guy because even though he's not the best Terrence out there, because like there's a 2003 one that's honestly better, but this guy has the best face out of all of the wind Terrences. Same thing goes for all the wind railways. Like, the best faces are either if you like CGI, the 2012 ones are the best, and then if you like the classic series, which we all do, it's the best ones to buy are the 1992 to 2002 releases. Anyway, so there's Terrence again, which runs really well. Sadly, I wasn't able to get him with his treads. Those are really rare, and seeing this guy in this condition, I was like, yeah, he doesn't have treads. Anyway, so we got Buddy and Terrence, Scholarly, Mike, and the Breakdown Crane. So let's see what else there is. Okay, this one's a good one. We have Donald. I saw the Scottish twin, Donald here, and I was like, I want that. And real quick, before you ask, no, I did not buy him with this tender. Now, don't judge me. These guys are not hot, not that easy to come by. Like the hard and where people get the most Wood Railway, but for some reason where I live, just nobody had Wood Railway. So just finding this guy, even if it's not in the greatest condition in the world, it's just. I actually almost fainted. I'm not gonna lie, I actually almost fainted. Let me just wipe something on the... Staples. Those yeah, I'm actually really happy with this purchase now. Give me a second, I'm just gonna go lie down. I did not buy him with his tender, sadly. I will find him a tender, but buying a Donald, period, was like enough for me. And then I somehow bought a staple one, a flat. Oh my god, it's a flat magnet one. A flat magnet with really clean, almost in really good condition. Besides, you know, just a few chips in there which can easily be fixed. And staples. I think if any of you have like a deep knowledge for what's the rarest Wood Railway stuff, you're probably freaking out right now. I mean, it's a normal wooden Donald, but it's not. Let's continue before I have before I went 5 laps around my neighborhood. Next we have I'm sorry, we all need to vent. We all need to just vent in the flat magnet staples Donald. Wow. I don't think anything else will compare to that. Like, I thought James and Scully and everything else basically here was incredible, and then I see that. This was complete accident. I just saw Donald and I'm like, I need to buy that. Let's continue on before my brain explodes. Anyway, not gonna lie, my brain almost shut down. It almost shut down just from finding out, just getting that realization. Anyway, so here's Duncan. Why do none of these have the names at the bottom? So we have Duncan with his name right there. The face is in really good condition. Just a little scratch on the eyebrow. The roof sustained a lot of damage, but thankfully, since, you know, it's a black roof, that's really easy to fix. Everything else on him is really good. I mean, it's all cracked right there. Dang it. Anyway, so we have his number 6, the Duncan. This is really good. Like, I almost got all the nail gauge engines, so let's move on to... This king needs to be separated by all you peasants on the side. Anyway, oh, you are all peasants. Anyway, so it's a handle. I got us a handle, which means I can maybe remake my own story toughening up. This was unintentional. I just saw all the nail gauge engines, and I'm like, yes. So if I could just freaking open. If I could just open. There we go. There we go. So here we go. We have the handle, his name is really good. There's just a few dents in the front right there. Like, same thing with the roof, that's easy to fix. Don't mind that. And then we have the handle, number 3. That face, that face is really good. Is that good focus? Let me see. Anyway, I don't think that'll focus. I'm sorry that this video is going on forever. But look at this haul. And then, so we got the handle, Duncan, and Scholarly right there. So let's see the next one. Went down to the final 2. Wow. Okay, final 2. So now we have Westy here. Which, just because of the box itself, he did sustain 1 piece of damage that's actually bugging me. Like, look. I don't care what condition the body might be in. Like, as long as he has a clean face, I'm fine. That box he was in made his nose black. That actually really kind of hurts, but everything else on him is almost mint. Like, why is there no names on all these? Honestly, I can't believe I have almost all the nail gauge engines. You'll see by what I mean by almost. The final engine in this collection, $10. Finishes off the nail gauge engine fleet. Almost. Scholarly. Linnaeus, I mean. This guy, besides the breakdown crane, is the one that's in the best condition out of this whole lot. Look at this. There's no scratches on him. There's just one little smudged out eyebrow right there, but he has his name. He has the white wheels. There's no paint chips. This is basically mint condition, besides, you know, being opened up. This Linnaeus, fun fact. If I was gonna name the least favorite Linnaeus released, my favorite would be 1992, but my least favorite would be this one. When I saw him there, and there were no other Linnaeuses, and then I was gonna buy all the other engines, besides one, and we'll get to that soon. I just had to buy him, so that way you can actually make stories. So yeah, the only reason why I don't like to, this is my least favorite is because, well, if you didn't know that's the handle's face, that's not even Linnaeus's. And also the white wheels are really buggy, but I can live with this. This is actually really good. So, wow, I can't believe I got all this stuff. Like, let's go over, I'm just gonna put them all in the middle right here, so. So I got all the engines done. Thank you. Nice montage. And then, so I got them all lined up. So here we go. We got Almost Mint Condition James from 2003. Scholarly, Mike, Buddy, Terrence, the Breakdown Crane, Duncan, Sir Handel, Westy, Linnaeus, Flat Magnet Staples, Donald with no tender, Annie, Clarabelle, Molly, and Spencer. Almost exactly 15 engines in this haul. Yeah, I think it was a worth it buy. Like, all my life savings were just put into these guys. And by the way, I just wanted to ask real quick before the video ends. Do you think I should start saving up for, like, the 80th anniversary push-alongs? Or should I do more money spent and saved up and spent on classic learning curve? This is a lot to take in. Like, I thought James was incredible since he's my favorite engine, and all these was purchases I wanted to have, but then I found a flat magnet stapled at the bottom of the chassis, Donald, which is kind of the icing on the cake for this haul, and he's like only It was like only $10. He's not in the best condition. Like, all these aren't like in the greatest condition that you ever see. But I don't care about condition. I just care about having these guys. They're gonna be in a lot of videos. And speaking real quick, Westy, Duncan, and Scolari are gonna be in a new one thing that I do want to work on, which is a remake of Isaac's Workshop's video on short film called Opinions, which had these exact same engines there. Because, real quick, Isaac, no offense, buddy, but it can be revamped, like, into something new. So I watched the short film and I'm like, I can probably remake that. I mean, it's not gonna be as good as the original one. It's like the original short film, but still. Thank you all for watching, if you even watched this far. Real quick, I just wanted to say, if you have watched this far into the video, put in the comments section with no context to like confuse everyone else who watched it, who didn't watch it all the way, and Donald Flat. Just Flat Donald. Just put that in the comments if you did watch this far into the video. Don't ask why, that's just what I thought of in this moment. And also put in the comments, what's your favorite one out of all of these? And just want to let you know, I think all these are going to be in a lot of videos very soon. And these two are going to be in one video specifically, both together. Anyway, Donald will not be appearing in many videos until I find his tender, but I mean, it's a flat magnet stapled Donald. I'm sorry this video went on for almost 40 minutes. Oh, wow, wow, I talk too much. But thank you for watching this. Like, this is a moment. Like, when I found all these, I couldn't believe it. I had spent years trying to find all of these, and they just fell on my lap this past week. Finding James, Scott Lowy, Buddy, Molly, Annie and Clebo, and then a freaking stapled flat magnet Donald. And all the narrow gauge engines. And real quick, before I leave, I know I said that like 3 times already, but if you could keep a lookout for these 3 things for the future, for like other videos, it would be greatly appreciated. Edward, I already said that earlier. Henrietta for my Toby, and then a Wooden Railway Toad, the brake van, for a special project that I got the idea from Isaac's Workshop on his community post from. If you could keep those an eye out for those that anywhere that isn't eBay or Facebook Marketplace, then that'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying, if you want to, you can keep a lookout. That's all. That's it for me. These are all the engines I bought, and I think I made a good purchase. Yeah. This is MFS signing off.